This printing press, believed to be dated circa 1830 to 1840, is likely a Canadian version of the American Washington press. According to the William Lyon Mackenzie Homestead Foundation, it actually belonged to William Lyon Mackenzie himself. It is certain that Mackenzie used a printing press of this kind when publishing his Colonial Advocate, often a newspaper criticizing the Family Compact, the government of Upper Canada at the time. It is rumored that members of the Compact snuck into his office and threw this printing press into the Toronto Bay. There are two versions of this story. The first is that it was smashed, and the second is that it survived and was fished out of the waters and now stands here with us. Either way, we know from records that from suing them, Mackenzie purchased another printing press. It's difficult to know whether this is the printing press from the story, but it's sure of its role in its local history here in Strathroy. It was on this press that the Strathroy Age was published, eventually the Dispatch, and then the Age Dispatch that we know today. The presses we'll be making today are a little bit different. They'll be with potatoes, which would likely survive a dip in the Toronto Bay. Let's go!
First, assemble your materials: a knife, fork, paintbrush, water to wash the paintbrush, different colors of paint, and of course, a potato with a cutting board. Consider getting an adult to help you out with this step as we delicately slice the potato in half. See how we've sliced this part of the potato into a relatively thin, round shape. This will allow you to most easily create the shapes that you'd like to press. Again, be careful as you cut around the lines you earlier drew out with your knife. Can you guess what she's cutting out? You'll notice we applied the same hack of cutting out a paper flower to perfect our potato cutout. As we cut, now might be a good time to connect the printing press at the beginning of the video with our seemingly humble potato presses. How a printing press would work is a worker would arrange a movable type, which would be individual metal or wood letters. That type would be inked and the paper would be pressed against it. But when people wanted to create special characters, sort of like emojis, I suppose, they would make their own little carvings. Here, our shapes are relatively basic, but consider all of the funky symbols you might have seen in old documents. They were likely created by custom characters made for the printing press. Here we have our fully cut out array of shapes. Take your fork, puncture the middle of your cutout, and take your brush, painting on a color of your choice. A tip is to dab it off with a cloth, as we did. We've chosen a nice pink for the heart. Once completely covered, press this against the paper. It should leave an imprint that's hopefully better than our first attempt. There, lovely. For an extra step, you can even take your paintbrush and fill in any missing parts.
Thanks for watching.